Roman numerals. So 1 is I, 2 I, 3 I, 4 IV, 5 V, 6 VI, 7 VII, 8 VII, 9 IX, 10 is X, 11 XI, 12 XII, 13 XIII, 14 X IV, 15 XV, 16 XVI, 17 XVI, 18 XV, III, 19 XIX, 20 XX, 21 XXI, 22 XXII, 23 XXII, 24 XXIV, 25 XXV. Let's move to the top. Yeah, so we are going to continue from 26. So 26 is XXVI, 27 XXVII, 28 XXVIII. That is pretty long. 29 XXIX, 30 XXX, 31 XXX I, 32 XXX II, 33 XXX III, 34 XXX IV, 35 XXXV, 36 XXXVI, 37 XXXVII, 38 XXXVIII, 39 XXXIX, 40 XL. Is it the same as the extra large? Please let me know in the comment below. And let's continue. 41 XLI, 42 XLII, 43 XLII, 44 XLIV, 45 XLV, 46 XLVI, 47 XLVII, 48 is XLVII, 49 SLIV, 50 is L. So proceeding to 51 LI, 52 LII, 53 LII, 54 LIV, 55 LV, 56 LVI, 57 LVII, 58 LVIII, 59 LIX, 60 LX, 61 LXI, 62 LXII, 63 LXIII, 64 LXIV, 65 LXV, 66 LXVI, 67 LXVII, 68 LXVIII, 69 LXIX, 70 LXX, 71 LXXI, 72 LXXII, 73 LXXIII, 74 LXXIV, 75 LXXV, 76 LXXVI, 77 LXXVII, 78 LXXVIII, 79 LXXIX, 80 LXXX, 81 LXXXI, 82 LXXXII, 83 LXXXIII, 84 LXXXIV, 85 LXXXV, 86 LXXXVI, 87 LXXXVII, 88 LXXXVIII, 89 LXXXIX, now 90 XC, 91 XCI, 92 XCII, 93 XCIII, 94 XCIV, 95 XCV, 96 XCVI, 97 XCVII, 98 XCVIII, 99 XCIX, and 100 is C. Which other Romanian brand do you want to know? Let me know in the comment below. Now, without wasting much time, let's look at what homophones are before we dive into the examples and the most confusing ones. When we talk about homophones, we are simply talking about two or more words. Okay, it could be two or more words that have the same pronunciation. The only thing that homophones have in common is the pronunciation. They have different spelling, different meaning, and even different origins. Let's look at some of these examples like sun and sun, new, this new, sell, buy, and buy. You can add a lot more to it. We have two and two, blue and blue, male, male. Just mention them. So these words are what we term homophones because checking at these two examples, you could see that they have the same pronunciation but different spelling, and they also mean different things. When we talk about son and son, we are talking about a male child that is son. So I have a son. It means that I have a child, a male child that is my son. When we talk about the sun, we are talking about the sun that shines during the day. So they might have the same pronunciation, but obviously they have different meaning and even different spelling. Let's look at some examples that are going to help us to actually understand what we are talking about, the different meanings but same pronunciation that are also homophones. The first two examples or words that we are going to put into consideration is buy and buy. Buy and buy. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink. Is it this buy or that? Let me buy you a drink. Of course, we are going to use this buy because we are talking about using money to purchase something. You are buying something. So I'm buying you a drink. We are talking about this BGY, buy. Let me buy you a drink. Let's look at another example that also has buy, but which buy are we going to put in there? I hate to say goodbye. I hate to say goodbye. Which buy are we talking about? Is it this or that? I hate to say goodbye. Of course, we are talking about saying welfare to people, and a lot of people don't like saying goodbye to people. Normally, when we say goodbye, it means we are not seeing the other person or people for a period of time. So, a lot of people do not want or hate or when they say goodbye to people. So, we are going to say goodbye, or sometimes we wave goodbye at people. So, goodbye. I hate to say goodbye to people, and let me buy you a drink. Goodbye to people, and let me buy you a drink. The next two is see and see. See and see. And the first example is I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to see him tomorrow. Is it the see or that? I'm going to see him tomorrow. Of course, we are going to see someone, so we are not talking about the sea or the ocean. We are talking about the sea, SEEC. So we are going to go with it. So we are going to put this in. I'm going to see him tomorrow. Now let's talk about the second example, or let's check the second example out. I went swimming in the sea. I went swimming in the sea. Where did you go? So obviously we are going to say choose this because we are talking about the sea, and the picture is also saying more even than what we are saying. So going to the sea, this is what we are talking about. So I went swimming in the sea. This is the sea we are talking about. We also have the next two examples, which is going to be deer and deer. Deer and deer. What are we talking about? It is as wild as a deer. It is as wild as a deer. Yes, we are talking about the animal deer. It is as wild as a deer. A deer is a wild animal. So when we are comparing something that is wild, obviously we are talking about the animal. Is it? It is as wild as a deer. Another example is I'll miss my dear sister. I'll miss my dear sister. And this is the idea we are talking about, because we are talking about how we are going to miss someone who is really dear to us, who is important and special to us. So this is the idea that we are talking about. So most of the times, one thing that is very important for us to know that no matter where we find ourselves in a sentence, let's check the context of the sentence. It's going to help us to know the actual word that the other person is talking about. If you are not seeing and you are listening, it can be really confusing. But take your time, listen to the context, and it's going to bring it out what the person is actually talking about. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like what you are saying. Moreover, if you have any suggestion, you can kindly put it down in the comment section and you will be attended to. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some contractions in English, concentrating on hard and wood. Contradicting words with wood and hard could be very confusing. That is why we are treating this today. So without wasting much time, let's just try to start the lesson. I would becomes I'd. I had, I'd. The same. You would, you'd. You had to, you'd. He would, he'd. He had, he'd. She would becomes should. She had, should. The same. We would, we'd. We had, we'd. They would becomes they'd, and they had to becomes they'd. So I'm sure from here you have now understood why I said they can be really confusing, especially with a had and would, because whenever you try to contract them, they become the same on the other side. So you would have to take your time for you to know that this you'd is either you would or you had, or this should is she would or she had. So let's try these examples. So we have I'd love and I'd gone. How would you know that the person is talking about I would or I had? Let's try to express these simple sentences. But before that, let me give you a clue. So whenever you use would, so you're talking about would and had. Whenever you try to use would, we should always know that would goes with infinitive or present perfect tense. Yes. So if the tense is an infinitive or present perfect tense, that means the the D there is would that has been truncated, or it has been shortened or contracted. Had always goes with past participle. Past participle. So if the tense is in the past participle form, then I would love, it's not a past participle. It's not past participle. So it's going to be would. Since it's not past participle, that means it's going to be either infinitive or present perfect tense. Let's just bear that in mind. At gone, gone is past participle of go, so it's going to be had. I had gone. You can't say I would gone. That is totally wrong. Now let's try to fit in these sentences. He, we have go, she, eaten, we have it, rain, he, slept, I, love. We are going to fill in these sentences with either would or had. So without wasting much time, let's just start with the first one. He, go is not past participle, so definitely we are going for the would. He would go. Yes, he would go. It's not he had go, he would go. Sometimes you just try to make sure that it sounds good. Now we have she and Eden. Eden is past participle, so that is why we took the had. She had eaten. We can say he would eaten. It would rain. Rain is not past participle. It would rain. He and slept. Slept is past participle form of the sleep. So he had slept. I love. I'd love becomes I would love because it's not past participle, so we can't go for had. I would love. I would love. We are going to end our lesson here. If you have any other topic you want us to discuss that is really controversial, let me know in the comment.
Hi, you're welcome to Let's Learn Together with Gloria, Yeboah, Badu. In today's video, we'll be looking at some homophones and some of the most confusing ones. If today is your first time stopping by, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, without wasting much time, let's look at what homophones are before we dive into the examples and the most confusing ones. When we talk about homophones, we are simply talking about two or more words. Okay, it could be two or more words